Japan is witnessing an unprecedented tourism boom, drawing millions of visitors eager to explore its rich culture and landscapes. Among them is Omar Nok, a modern-day adventurer who captivated social media with his extraordinary journey, one that spanned 46,239 kilometers, 28,732 miles, more than the circumference of the Earth, using boats, trains, camels, and even hitchhiking. Some people would give me rides. I took a camel once, took a horse twice. I was on the back of a motorcycle as well, said the 30-year-old Cairo native, reflecting on his remarkable travels during an interview in Tokyo.
I'm Omar, I'm 30 years old, and having started my travel journey from Cairo, after 274 days on the road without flying, I made it to my finish line, Tokyo.
His trip must have been extremely difficult, given that many of the countries he visited are difficult to reach by land. It was amazing that he was able to enjoy it and travel safely. He is really energetic.
Nok's odyssey across a dozen countries began in Egypt and took him 9 months to complete, culminating in his arrival in Tokyo on November 7th. Unlike most tourists who opt for a direct 12-hour flight from Cairo to Tokyo, Nok avoided planes entirely. Instead, he embarked on an epic journey that included sandboarding in Iran, hitchhiking to Mecca, and navigating the mountains of Tajikistan in a purple Dodge Challenger. His adventure began with a mix of excitement and trepidation. The first day was the hardest, Nok recalled. His father dropped him off at the Red Sea port of Safaga to board a cargo boat bound for Saudi Arabia. Nervous but inspired by his father's words of encouragement, he stepped aboard, ready to embrace the unknown.
I first decided to go from Egypt without flying, and the finish line would be in Tokyo. And I would take anything other than a flight, so it could be train, bus, hitchhiking a lot. Some people would give me rides. Took a camel once, took a horse once, twice actually, a horse. Was on the back on a motorcycle as well. So just the rule was anything without flying, and the purpose of it was just to see as much as possible of the continent of Asia, going from one end to the other.
Japan marked the furthest point he could reach in Asia without flying, arriving by ferry in Fukuoka before making his way to Tokyo. Along the way, he navigated regions where few tourists venture, relying on the kindness of strangers in unfamiliar territories. I hope that maybe I opened up some perspective or mind of some people to look at things in certain ways, Nok said of his experience.
The day one was the hardest part. Just taking that first step. For me, it was a leap into the unknown, especially because of the countries I was planning to go through. I don't know much of them. There's not much information about traveling in them. Not many tourists go there. You're Iran, Afghanistan, Central Asia overall. So in that part, it was difficult, the first step. But once I got that first step, afterwards, you're in the flow, you're in the motion.
Previously a financial analyst for Amazon in Germany and Luxembourg, Nok funded his travels through personal savings and a disciplined budget. His daily expenses averaged $25, though his entire 2-week stint in Afghanistan cost just $88. Despite venturing into less-traveled regions, he emphasized he never felt unsafe, crediting the generosity and goodwill of people who helped him along the way.
Hitchhiked to Mecca and finally arrived at Al-Kaaba. What a day.
Nok's journey resonated with his 750,000 Instagram followers, offering a message of hope and connection in a world often divided by conflict and strife. "I'm sure there would be world peace, highly likely," he said with a smile when asked what might happen if everyone traveled like him.
Sometimes I would camp, sometimes hitchhiking, so all that things. I am a budget traveler, like eating food, street food and so on, sleeping at hostels. I think in Nagoya was with 25 other people. I think it was 26 total in the room. The budget, I think so far, on average, has been in the mid-20s US dollars per day. I've done trips before in Latin America and in Europe and North America. But I think what stands out really the most on this journey has been related to people and hospitality of people. Let's say, I think it started also first day in Saudi Arabia. I didn't have a place to sleep. It was 10 at night or something, and a local, just by asking me a couple of questions, invited me to stay at his place for a couple of nights. Which team do you support? Orange? Orange.
Japan, with its weakened yen, has become a bargain destination for global travelers, attracting nearly 27 million visitors in the first 9 months of the year. While tourists have spent a record-breaking 5.86 trillion yen, $37.58 billion, so far, Nok's journey was not about luxury but about exploration, resilience, and the power of human connection. His story stands out as a testament to the enduring spirit of adventure in an increasingly connected world.
Kinds of events making the news in a negative way about a country and people translating that to the common people of that country as well. Actions by a government or by a leader or so on. And I think that maybe is the gap to bridge, and that I hope that I did bridge some of that gap, maybe opened up some perspective or mind of some people to look at things in certain ways.
If everybody could travel and have your kind of experience,
yeah,
then
I'm sure there would be world peace, probably, highly likely. Assalamu alaikum. كنت بشوف لو عربية طالعة مكة خدني معاها.
أو تبغى تاخذ المرتبة دي كلها تصريح براحتك.
خلاص ربنا يخليك، شكرا.
زي الشغل البحري زي البحارين والرحالين والاشياء هذولا.
I'm Omar, I'm 30 years old, and having started my travel journey from Cairo, after 274 days on the road without flying, I made it to my finish line, Tokyo. I've